Fine. Let me go and open the class notes. First of all, let me go and open one notepad. Let me go and open one notepad. Let me keep here. Let me keep here. What is the agenda? What is the agenda for today's class is? In today's class, we'll discuss about introduction to Microsoft Power Platform. Microsoft Power Platform. That means in today's class, in the next coming 60 minutes of time, we'll discuss about what is this Microsoft Power Platform.
Venki, sorry to disturb you. Good morning. I'm not getting the audio voice. There is a cut in the sound.
Remaining people, are you able to hear the voice?
Audible.
Yeah, for me also
Hello.
it is kind of breaking up. It sounds that
Breaking. There is a break.
Yeah, it's your words are dragging. Can you hear me well?
For me, it's
Yeah.
clear.
Fine. Now it is clear, right?
Yes.
Fine. Let's start the session. So now in today's class, in the next coming 60 minutes of time, we'll discuss in detail about what is this Microsoft Power Platform, what type of software it is, what we can do with the help of Power Platform software, and also we'll try to understand who will use the Power Platform and
Still
who will
breaking,
hype up Power
Venki.
Platform.
Breaking of sound.
Yes. Just 1 second. Remaining people, you are facing the same problem. You are not able to hear my voice clearly.
You are clear.
We are clear.
You are clear.
You're audible.
It is clear, right?
Yes.
You're audible.
Please check the network connections from your side, sir. From my side, everything is clear. So please check the network connections from your side. Fine.
It is not clear.
So in detail about Power Platform, we'll go and discuss now in today's class.
Lost your voice, Venki.
Sir, remaining people, it is clear. I said that please check the connections from your side. Please connect to the proper network. Please try to check the network connections.
Yeah, my network is fine.
Remaining people, they are able to hear, right? If you are not able to hear, it is not a problem from my end. There is a problem maybe from your end. Please check it once. Fine. So first, let me list out the different points, guys. What are the points we'll go and discuss now in today's class? So the first point we'll try to understand now in today's class is what is Power Platform. The second point we'll try to understand now in today's class, that is what is meant by business applications. And the third point we'll try to understand now in today's class, that is how to implement the business applications using Power Platform software. How to implement the business applications using Power Platform software. So we'll understand what are called as business applications and how to implement that business applications using Power Platform. Along with this, we'll try to understand one more point, Power Platform architecture. Power Platform architecture. So let me open the Power Platform architecture. So by the end of this today's class, we'll understand the architecture of Microsoft Power Platform. This is what the architecture of Microsoft Power Platform. By the end of this today's class, you'll come to know what this architecture is. Fine. So these are the points we'll go and discuss now in today's class. The first point, we'll try to understand what is Power Platform. Second point, we'll understand what are called as business applications. Third point, we'll try to understand how to implement the business applications using Power Platform. And the fourth point, we'll understand Power Platform architecture. So now, among all those, first let me go and discuss about what is Power Platform. Yes. At a high level, for now, try to understand what we can do with the help of Power Platform. At a high level, for now, try to understand what we can do with the help of Power Platform software. So within the Power Platform, we are able to create the apps. Within the Power Platform, we are able to create the apps. We are able to perform some automations. We are able to perform the data analysis. Within the Power Platform, we are able to perform the data analysis. And also within the Power Platform, we are able to create the websites. Within the Power Platform, we are able to create the chatbots. We are able to create some chatbots. And also within the Power Platform, we are able to store the data. It acts as one data source. So these are the things we are able to go and implement within the Power Platform. So now how to go and implement all these components, all these 6 components within the Power Platform, you'll understand by the end of this today's class. For now, just keep in mind at a high level what we are going to implement with the help of Power Platform. These are the 6 components we are going to implement. So how to implement them, we'll understand by the end of this today's class. Fine. Now, the next point we'll try to understand now in today's class is another few more points we'll try to understand, that is who will use them? Who will use them? Power Platform. Who will use the Power Platform software? And also we'll try to understand who will use them or who will hire the Power Platform developers. Power Platform developers. These 2 points also we'll try to understand now in today's class. So these are the points we will go and discuss, guys. So now among all those, first let me go and discuss about who will use the Power Platform software and who will hire the Power Platform developers. First, let me go and discuss about these 2 points, guys. So now try to understand who will use the Power Platform software. Let's say if there is any company, whatever the company is, guys, if there is any company, what the companies will do? As we know that the companies will do some business. The companies will do what? Business. Let's take well-known companies, guys. Let's take well-known companies for us. Let's take an Amazon. Amazon is one company. They are doing what business? They are doing some e-commerce business. Let's take some other company, ICICI. ICICI is one company. They are doing what business? Banking business. So let's take Swiggy. Swiggy is some other company. They are doing what business? They are doing some food business. So like this, if you take any company case, whatever the company it is, what the companies will do? The companies will do some business. Now, let's take Amazon company is there. Amazon company is doing what kind of business? They are doing some e-commerce business. Now, do you think that Amazon company directly will go and start doing the e-commerce business? Means no. So the companies directly they won't start doing the business case. Before going to start doing the business, what the companies need to do here is the companies need to go and implement some applications. If you take Amazon, before going to start the e-commerce business, Amazon company need to go and implement what? Some applications, guys. So what I'm telling here, before going to start the business, the companies need to go and implement what? The companies need to go and implement some applications. Now, what applications the companies need to go and implement before going to start the business? So the companies need to go and implement what applications is? Business applications, guys. So what we understand now, before going to start the business, if there is any company, before going to start the business, what the companies need to do? The companies need to go and implement some applications. Now, what applications the companies need to go and implement means the companies need to go and implement them business applications, guys. Fine. So first point we are trying to understand, before going to start the business, the companies need to go and implement some applications. Those are called as business applications. Now, what are called as business applications, guys? Let me keep here. Business applications is nothing but, let's take Amazon company. Before going to start the e-commerce business, I'm telling that Amazon company need to go and implement what? Business applications. Now, what are called as business applications? Let me go and keep here. App is one of the business application, guys. If you take Amazon company will have some apps or not? Yes. Amazon company will have some apps. Next one, another business application is website. Amazon company will have some websites or not? Yes. Another one is what? Data sources. So if the company is doing some business, then the companies will have what? Data sources. Or let me keep here automation, guys. So nowadays, most of the companies will go and perform some automations. To perform the automations, we need to have an application. And also, the companies will store their business data. They need to have some data sources. Data source is also one of the business application. And also the companies, they'll go and analyze their business data, guys. So to analyze their business data, they need to have an application. And also nowadays, the companies are creating some chatbots. Nowadays, the companies are creating what? Chatbots. So all these are called as business applications. If you take Amazon company will have some apps or not? Yes, Amazon company will have some apps. Amazon company will have some website. Amazon company will go and perform some automations. Amazon company will have some data sources. Amazon company will go and analyze their business data. So nowadays, recently, they added the chatbots also. I think few people are not able to understand what's meant by chatbots. You'll understand, guys. What's meant by chatbot, I will explain you. So now all these are called as what? All these are called as business applications, guys. Now, before going to start the e-commerce business, Amazon company need to go and implement what? They need to go and implement all these business applications. So any company it is, guys, whether it is a small scale company, whether it is a medium scale company, or whether it is a large scale company, whatever the company it is a top MNC company. Any company it is, whether a small scale company, medium scale company, or a top MNC companies. So every company, they need to go and implement what? Before going to start the business, they need to go and implement some business applications. There is no doubt, guys. Before going to start the business, the companies need to go and implement what? Business applications. What are called as business applications? All these are called as business applications. Fine. We come to know that before going to start the business, the companies need to go and implement what? The companies need to go and implement some business applications. Now, in order to go and implement that business applications, what is the software nowadays the companies are using? So in order to go and implement business applications, what software the companies are using here? The companies are using one of the software, that is what? Power Platform. So now we understand who will use the Power Platform. Who will use the Power Platform software? If there is any company, if the company wants to start any business, before going to start the business, the companies need to go and implement what? Some business applications. Now, in order to go and implement that business applications, the companies are using which software? Power Platform software. So we understand who will use the Power Platform. And also one more point we understand here, Power Platform software is used for what, guys? Power Platform software is used to implement what? Business applications. If you want to implement the business applications, so we'll go and use the Power Platform software. So we understand Power Platform software is used to implement the business applications. Fine. So we understand who will use the Power Platform and what the Power Platform can do. And second point, we need to understand who will hire the Power Platform developers now. Now for this question also, the answer is same, guys. Who will hire the Power Platform developers now? Which company is using the Power Platform software? Which company is using what? Power Platform software. The same company, which company is using the Power Platform software to implement business applications? To implement the business applications, the same company will go and hire whom? The same company will go and hire the Power Platform developers. So who will hire the Power Platform developers? Which company is using the Power Platform software? The same companies will go and hire the Power Platform developers now. Fine. So now, why the companies will hire the Power Platform developers? Next point we need to understand why the companies are hiring the Power Platform developers. Because this Power Platform developers need to go and work with which software? Power Platform developers will go and work with which software? Power Platform software. With the help of Power Platform software, Power Platform developers will go and implement what? With the help of this Power Platform software, Power Platform developers will go and implement what? Business applications. With the help of the business applications, companies will start doing what? With the help of the business applications, companies will start doing the business. So this is what, who will use the Power Platform software? What is the need of using it? And who will hire the Power Platform developers? And why the companies are hiring the Power Platform developers? Fine. So now, from here, we come to know that nowadays, in order to go and implement the business applications, companies are using which software? Power Platform software. Let me keep that point here, guys. So nowadays, companies are using Power Platform software. Power Platform software To implement what? To implement the business applications. To implement what? The business applications. Fine. Okay. And now, the next point we need to understand here. From here, we need to understand one more point, guys. What is the need? What is the need of implementing the business applications? I said that before going to start the business, the companies need to go and implement the business applications. Why? Why the companies need to go and implement the business applications before going to start the business? Is what the point we need to understand, guys. What is the need? What is the need of implementing the business applications? And the next point we need to understand how to implement these business applications with the help of Power Platform software. These 2 points we need to understand now. So first, let me go and keep here. What is the need of business applications? Next, the second point we need to understand how to implement the business applications using Power Platform software. Using Power Platform software. These 2 points we need to understand now. Fine. Now, among these 2 points, first let me go and discuss about what is the need. What is the need of implementing the business applications? Why the companies need to go and implement all these business applications, guys? Let me go and keep here. What is the need of implementing the business applications is business applications are used to implement or these are used to implement or streamline the business process of an organization. Simple case. What is the need of implementing the business applications before going to start the business means this business applications are used for what? These are used to implement or streamline what? What you want to implement or streamline? The business process of an organization. Every organization will have some business process, guys. There is no doubt. Let's take Amazon company. Amazon organization means companies, guys. Let's take Amazon. Amazon company will have some business process or not? Yes, they'll have some business process. If you take ICICI, ICICI will have some business process or not? Yes. If you take Swiggy, Swiggy company will have some business process or not? Yes. So every company will have what? They will have some business process. So now if you want to go and implement, or streamline, the business process of any organization, we need to go and use what? Business applications. With the help of that business applications only, we are able to streamline the business process of an organization. So as we come to know that every organization will have some business process. If you want to streamline that business process, implement or streamline the business process of any organization, go and use what? Business applications. Simple point, guys. With the help of the business applications only, we are able to streamline the business process of any organization. Okay, fine. We understand what is the need of implementing the business applications. The second point we need to, the next point we need to understand here, what is meant by business process? I said that business applications are used to streamline the business process of an organization. Now, what's meant by business process, guys? Let me go and keep here. What's meant by business process? Business process will involve in multiple activities, tasks and rules that are organized in a specific sequential order to start and complete the business process of an organization. So what's meant by business process? Business process will involve in multiple activities. So if you are doing some business, means in that business will perform some multiple activities and tasks. While performing these multiple activities and tasks, we need to follow some rules. So what is the need of implementing this multiple activities, tasks and rules? Means all these are organized in a specific sequential order to start and complete the business process of an organization. Guys, if you want to start and complete the one process of your organization, we need to go and make use of this business applications. Fine. So this is what the definition, what is the need of implementing the business applications, and what's meant by business process. Fine. And now, okay, the next point we need to understand here, how to implement this business applications using Power Platform. We need to understand what? How to implement the business applications with the help of what? Power Platform. Now, before going to understand how to implement this business applications with the help of Power Platform software, first we need to understand at the time of implementing the business applications, there is one process we need to follow, guys. It is not recommended to implement business applications by your own. So there is one process we need to follow. We'll call it as business applications process. We'll call it as what? Business application process. At the time of implementing the business applications, we need to follow some process there. We'll call it as business applications process. Now let me open the architecture of business application process, guys. What's the architecture now? Let me open the architecture of business applications process. Now try to understand. This is what the architecture of business applications process. So any company, if they want to start some business, they need to go and implement this business applications process architecture, guys. So now try to understand at a high level. If you are trying to implement the business applications process for any organization, first you need to start with what? First we need to go and start with front-end applications, guys. First we need to start with what? Front-end applications. This is the step one. While trying to implement the business applications for any organization, first we need to start with front-end applications. Front-end applications is nothing but what? Front-end applications is nothing but creating the apps. App is front-end application. Creating the websites. Website is also one of the front-end application. And creating the chartboards. Chartboard is also one of the front applications, guys. All these are called as front-end applications. Front-end means whatever you are able to see with your eyes in your screen, those comes under the front-end. So all these are the front-end applications. Now, once after implementing apps, websites, and chartboards, step two. Next, second step is what? What we need to go and implement? Step two is data sources. Now, what is this data sources? Data sources is the place where the companies will store their business data. Step two is what? Data sources, guys. What is meant by data sources? The place where the companies will store the business data is known as data sources. So once after implementing the data sources, next third step is what? Third step is performing the automations. So nowadays the companies will go and prefer to perform some automations, guys. Third step is what? Performing the automations. Third step is performing what? Automations. And then automations means what? Sending the automated email to the customer, automated text messages to the customers. So that type of automations we can do. And next, finally, the fourth step is what? The fourth step is data analysis, guys. Finally, the fourth step is what? Data analysis. Data analysis is nothing but what? Showing the data in the form of visuals or in the form of reports, guys. If you see, all these are the visuals. All these are the visuals. Showing the data in the form of visuals or in the form of report. So if you are showing some data in the form of visuals or in the form of report, we will call it as what? Data analysis. So these are the four steps involved in the business applications process, guys. If you take any company, whether it's a small scale company, medium scale company, or a top MNC company, guys, whatever the company it is, if there is any company, if the company wants to start any business, now they need to go and implement all these business applications. There is no doubt in that. So first step is what in the business applications process? First step one is front-end applications. Front-end applications is nothing but what? Creating the apps, websites, and then chatbot. And step two is what? Data sources. Data sources means what? The place where the companies will store their data. And the third step is what? Automations. And finally, the fourth step is what? Data analysis. Finally, the fourth step is what? Data analysis. So we come to know that this business application process is a how many step process? Business application process is a 4-step process, guys. Business application process is a how many step process? It is a 4-step process. Fine. Now we need to go and implement this 4-step business application process, guys. Now, before going to understand one more point, so while implementing this business application process, we need to go with the sequence process, guys, one after another. First, we need to start with front end. Second, go with the data sources. Third one is automations, and then finally data sources, data analysis. This is the process we need to follow. So first, directly, let's say, directly if you want to go and implement the data analysis means, directly if you want to implement the data analysis, the 4-step means it is not possible. You are not able to implement it. Why? Because this data analysis will depends on what? Data analysis will depends on the data sources. It depends on the data sources. And if you have only data sources, and by using these data sources, you can perform the data analysis means no. Again, this data sources depends on what? This data sources is depending on the front-end applications. This data sources is depending on what? Front-end applications. So let's say if you go and directly perform the data analysis, directly if you want to perform the automations, no, it is not possible, guys, directly to perform the automations, because this automations, sometimes it depends on the data sources, sometimes it depends on the front-end applications. So you need to go with the sequential process. First, you need to start with front-end, second data sources, third automations, and then 4th step is data analysis. We need to go with this process, guys. Directly, if you want to perform the data analysis, no, it is not possible. So this 4-step business application process is connected with each other internally, guys. What we come to know? So this 4-step business application process is connected with each other internally. Now, how these 4 steps are connected with each other internally and how to go and implement this 4-step business application process, we'll discuss in detail. I will discuss. So let me go and keep here. As we come to know that business application process is a how many step process? It is a how many step process? 4-step process. Now, what are the 4 steps involved in this? Step 1 is front-end applications. Front-end applications. Step 2 is what? Data sources. Step 3 is what? Automations. Step 4 is what? Data analysis. Fine. These are the 4 steps involved in this case. Now we'll go and discuss in detail about what is meant by front-end applications, what's meant by data sources, what's meant by automations, and what's meant by data analysis. We'll discuss in detail each and every step. And also we'll understand how this data analysis depends on the data sources, how these data sources will depend on the front-end applications, and also how these automations will depend on the data sources. We'll discuss in detail now. How these 4 steps are connected with each other internally, we'll understand. So first, let me go and start with front-end, guys. First, let me go and start with what? Front-end applications. Front-end applications is nothing but what? Apps, websites, and then chatbots. These 3 will come under the front-end applications. Now, try to understand. Let's take an example of, I'm trying to implement this 4-step business application process for one of the companies. Let's take any company. So I'll take the Swiggy company here. For better understanding purpose, to understand how this business application process will work, to understand a better way, let's take Swiggy company, guys. I'm taking Swiggy company here. I'm trying to implement this business application process for the Swiggy company. Okay, now for the Swiggy company, you are ready with the front-end applications, guys. Swiggy company is ready with what? Front-end. So front-end means apps, websites, chatbots. Now, if the company is ready with the front-end applications, then they can start doing the business, guys. Now, Swiggy company is doing what business? Food business. They are selling some food items to the customers. Let's take as a customer, I'm the customer. As a customer, I want to buy some food item from the Swiggy. So if you want to buy some food items from the Swiggy, first of all, we need to go and download and install what? Swiggy app. First of all, download and install what? Swiggy app. Once after installing the Swiggy app, I'm going to place an order. I'm going to place an order in the Swiggy. Now, once if you place an order, as a customer, what we know? Once we place an order, as a customer, we know that we placed an order, and then in the next 30 minutes to 1 hour, the Swiggy company is going to deliver that food item to us. This is what we know as a customer. As a customers, what we know? We know that just we are placing an order. Once the order is placed, in the next 30 minutes to 1 hour, Swiggy company is going to deliver that food items to me. This is what we know as a customer, guys. But try to understand. As a Power Platform developer, you need to understand one point here. What you need to understand is, whenever the customer places an order in the app, if the customer is placing an order means, what the customer is doing is, the customer is generating some business data for the Swiggy company, guys. If the customer is placing an order means, the customer is generating some business data for the Swiggy company. Now, what kind of business data the customers will generate whenever the customer places an order? He is going to generate the orders related data, guys. Like what is the order ID? Orders related data, like order ID. What is the sales price of that order? What's the profit the Swiggy company will get by selling that product to the customer? Next, he's going to generate the food items related data. What's the food item the customer is placing an order? He's going to generate what? Food items related data. He's going to generate the restaurants related data. What is the restaurant preparing that food? Next, he's going to generate the customers related data, like who is the customer placing an order, customer email ID, customer ID, customer mobile number, customer delivery address. Like this, customers, whenever the customer places an order in the app, in the Swiggy, what the customer is doing here? The customer is generating some business data. Case. If the order is placed, means the customer is generating some business data. That is orders data, like order ID, sales, profit, food item. What is the item the customer is placed? What is the restaurant, and who is the customer placed on order? Now, whatever the business data the customers are generating, now where this business data is going to be stored? Where that complete orders data, business data means orders data, where that complete details of that order will be stored. So try to understand, guys. Whenever the customer places an order in the app, the complete details of that order will store in where? The complete details of that order will comes into the data sources. Once the customer places an order, the complete details of that order will comes into where? Data sources. Now, what the data sources will contains? Business data. Data sources will contains what? Business data. So we come to know that whenever the customer places an order, the customer is generating some business data. Now, once the customer places an order, the complete details of that order will comes into where? Data sources. Now, what the data sources will contains? Business data. Now, in which format the companies will store the business data in the data sources? Companies will store the business data in the data sources in which format? Tabular format. Companies will go and store the business data in the data sources in which format? Tabular form. Fine. We understand 2 points here. One is front-end applications. Second is what? Data sources. We understand these front-end applications are connected with what? Data sources. Fine. And next, the third step is what? Automations. So where the Swiggy company will go and use these automations, guys. First of all, let me go and keep here. Automations is nothing but sending the automated emails to the customers, sending the automated text messages to the customers, getting the approvals, getting the auto approvals from the customers, approvals. All this comes under the automation, guys. Now try to understand where the Swiggy company will go and use the, will perform this automations, guys. Now, if you observe, whenever if you place an order in the Swiggy, once if you place an order in the Swiggy app, you will receive one mail from the Swiggy company, guys. Once if you place an order, immediately within the fraction of seconds, there is no delay, guys. Once if you place an order, immediately within the fraction of seconds, you will receive one mail from the Swiggy company. What's that mail? Confirmation mail. In that mail, the subject is what? The order is placed successfully. Thanks for placing the order. And in the body of that email, you can see what is the food item you placed and what is the delivery address, what is the price of that food item. And also you can see some invoice, attached invoice there. Now, whatever the mails the Swiggy company is sending to you, do we think that those mails are sent by the humans means? No. Those mails are not sent by the humans, guys. Those are automated mails. So when the Swiggy company will send the emails to the customers automatically, whenever the customer places an order in the app, immediately the complete details of that order will comes into where? The complete details of that order will comes into the data sources. Once if you place an order, immediately the data comes into where? Data sources. Now, whenever the data comes into the source, immediately by taking the data as a reference, the Swiggy company will go and send one email to that customer, guys. The Swiggy company will go and send one email. So when the Swiggy company will send an email to the customer, whenever the data comes into the source, whenever the data comes into the data sources, then only the Swiggy company will send an email. So when the data comes into the sources, if the customer places an order, whenever the customer places an order, immediately the complete data or the complete details of that order comes into the data sources. Whenever the data comes into the source, by taking that data as a reference, the Swiggy company will go and send one automated email to that customer. Automatically, the Swiggy company will send one email to that customer. Now, why the Swiggy company sending the emails to the customers automatically? Why they are not sending the emails to the customers with the help of humans, guys? Why the Swiggy company, they are not sending the emails to the customers with the help of humans? Why they are sending the emails to the customers automatically with the help of systems? Why? Because let me give some reasons here, guys. There are two main reasons. The first one is, let's take in the Swiggy app, how many customers will place an order just for one day? Just give some random number. In India, how many customers will place the orders in the Swiggy app just for one day? Let's take an average number, guys. Any guess?
10,000. 10,000.
Correct. Lakhs of customers, no doubt. Or let's take thousands, guys. Suppose think that there are 50,000 customers are placing the orders. Think that how many customers are placing the orders just for one day? Let's take 50,000 customers are placing the orders just for one day in the Swiggy app. Now, whenever the customer places an order in the app, now what the Swiggy company need to do? The Swiggy company need to send one email to that customer, confirmation mail that your order is placed successfully. Now, tell me, it is possible to send the 10,000 mails per day with the help of humans? It is possible to do this kind of work with the help of humans? Sending the 10,000 mails per day, sorry,
No.
50,000 mails per day? No. No, it is not possible with the help of humans, guys. If you want to do this work with the help of humans, it is highly risk job. You need to hire a lot of employees. We need to pay the salaries to them. We need to maintain some infrastructure. We need to buy some buildings for rent. It is cost effective, and also it is not that much easy to do this kind of work. So one reason is, for all the 50,000 customers, whenever the customer places an order, Swiggy company need to send one mail. So sending the 10,000 mails per day is not an easy task. Sorry, sending the 50,000 mails. And second reason is, when the Swiggy company will send an email to that customer, once the customer places an order in the app, immediately the complete data comes into the source. Whenever the data comes into the source, immediately by taking that data, Swiggy company will send one automated email. So when the Swiggy company will send an email means, if you observe, once the customer places an order, immediately within the fraction of seconds, there is no delay. Hardly it will take 5 seconds maximum. Within the fraction of seconds, Swiggy company will send one email to that customer. Now tell me, it is possible to send the email to the customers manually manually with the help of humans. Once the customer places an order immediately within the fraction of seconds. Let's take I'm the customer. I placed an order now. For you, it is possible to send an email to me regarding that order details with just in 5 seconds. Manually, it is possible. No, manually it is not possible, guys. Within the 5 seconds, it is not easy for us to understand who is the customer placed an order, what's the customer mobile number, customer email ID, what order the customer is placed, what is the sales price of that order, what's the discount that Swiggy company is providing. To understand that complete details of that order in the fraction of seconds, it is not possible with the help of humans. So because of these two reasons, one is they need to send the 50,000 mails per day. Second reason is they need to send the mail immediately within the fraction of seconds. If you want to do this kind of work with the help of humans, it is not possible, guys. So in order to go and do this work with, instead of doing this work with the help of humans, companies are started using what? They perform this same kind of work with the help of systems. So if you are doing some work with the help of systems, means we'll call it as automation. Automatically with the help of systems, we'll do the same kind of work. So every company case, whether it is a small scale company or a medium scale company, any company will have some repeated work process. Every company will have some repeated work process. So if you want to do this repeated work process with the help of humans, no, it is not possible. So to do this repeated work process within the organizations, companies are performing what? Automations. Even if you take AB trainings case, small scale company, AB trainings is small scale company. So AB trainings also will have some repeated work process. What is that? Whenever the student inquires for any course, we need to send the email to that student regarding the course details. We need to send one WhatsApp message to them. And also whenever the new batch is we are conducting the demos, I think today you received some mails. You received one message in the WhatsApp community. You received some phone calls from my team. So whenever we conduct in the demo, every time we need to send the mails. We need to send the WhatsApp messages. We need to send the text messages. Whenever we are conducting the demo. So AB trainings also will have some repeated work process. Every company will have what? Repeated work process. If you want to do this repeated work process with the help of humans, it is not possible case. So the companies are started using what? Automations. So repeated work process within the organizations will do with the help of automations. Fine. We understand where the Swiggy company will go and perform the automations, guys. And next, finally, data analysis. Data analysis is nothing but what? Data analysis is nothing but showing the data in the form of visuals or in the form of reports. Showing the data in the form of visuals or in the form of reports. Now try to understand, guys. I said that if you want to go and show that data in the form of visuals or in the form of reports, first of all, you need to have what? Data. If you want to show that data in the visuals, we need to have some data first of all. Now, where the companies will store the business data? Where the companies will store the business data?
Data source.
Data sources.
Data sources, correct. Companies will store the business data in the data sources. In which format? In which format the companies will store the business data in the data sources?
Tables.
Tabular form.
Tabular format, correct. Tabular format. So if you have the data in the tabular format, it is not easy for us to analyze, guys. It is not easy for the business organizers to analyze the data. So whatever the data is there in the tabular format, I want to show that data in which format now? I want to show that data in the form of visuals or in the form of reports. By seeing these visuals or reports, what the companies will do? They will analyze their business data. By seeing that visuals or reports, companies will do what? They will analyze their business data. So if you want to create the reports, must and should you need to have the data sources, because from the data sources only we'll take the data. Let's take an example case. Suppose let's take an example here. Amazon company is doing the e-commerce business. Amazon company, now they are asking me to create one sales report. They're asking us to create one sales report. So any company, as we know that where that companies will store the business data sources. Now by taking the data from the data sources, they're asking us to create one sales report. In that report, first they are asking me to show product wise what the sales they're doing. To show the product wise what the sales they're doing, I'm taking one column chart here. In this column chart, I'll go and show product wise what the sales they're doing is. Let me create one column chart here where we'll go and show the product wise what the sales the Amazon company is doing. I'm creating one column chart. Now, by seeing this column chart, they can understand which product is doing highest sales and which product is doing less sales. And next, they're asking me to show profits data, product wise profit. To show the profit data, I'm taking one bar chart. In this bar chart, I'll go and show product wise what's the profits they're getting is. Let's take one bar chart. In this bar chart, I want to go and show the product wise what's the profits. To show the profits data, bar chart is the best visual, guys. Now, in this bar chart, I'm showing what product wise profit. Now, see here in this visual, I'm going to take the products in the y-axis. And I'm going to take what profits in the x-axis. By seeing this visual, they can understand which product is getting the highest profit and which product is getting less profits. If you see, there is one product where they are getting negative profits, guys. So if they are getting the negative profits, immediately the company will do what? They will stop selling this product. They'll stop selling this product because they're getting negative profits. And next, they're asking me to show the month-wise sales. They want to understand month-wise what the sales they're doing. To show the month-wise what the sales they're doing, I'm going to get one line chart here, guys. In this line chart, I'm going to show month-wise what the sales they're doing. So by seeing this visual, they can understand in which month they are doing more business, in which months they are doing less business. And next, they're asking me to show the region-wise sales. As Amazon is doing the business in multiple regions, they're asking me to show what region-wise sales. To show the region-wise sales, I'm taking one pie chart. In this pie chart, I'm going to show what region-wise what the sales they're doing is. Region-wise, what the sales the company is doing. So now to understand the region-wise sales, what is the visual I'm taking here? But pie chart. In this pie, by seeing this pie chart, we come to know which region is doing higher sales is the region. Which region is doing less sales is the region. And next, they're asking me to show the category-wise sales. As Amazon is doing the business in different categories of products, they're selling the different categories like home appliances, furniture, electronics, fashion. These are the different categories. So they're asking me to show category-wise what's the sales. To show the category-wise what's the sales they're doing, I'm taking what? One donut chart. In this donut chart, I'll go and show what? I'm showing them. I'm showing what? Category-wise what's the sales. Now, by seeing this visual, they can understand which category is doing the highest sales and which category is doing what? Less sales. And next my requirement, they're asking to show the total sales they're doing. Let's take the total sales they're doing is 10 million. And next, they're asking me to show the total profits also. Let's take the total profits they're getting is 2 million. So like this, they're asking me to create one report, guys. They're asking us to create what? One report. This is one report. Report contains what? Visuals. These are all the visuals, guys. These are all the visuals. So now, by seeing this report, what the companies will do? By seeing this report, the companies will go and analyze their data. By seeing this report, what the companies will do? They will analyze their business data. So if you want to generate this kind of reports, first of all, you need to have what? Data. Where the companies will store the data? Data sources. In the data sources, in which format the companies will store the data? Tabular format. Whatever the data that is there in the tabular format, I am showing that data in which format now? Whatever the data is in the tabular format, I'm showing that data in which format now? Visuals or report format. By seeing these reports or visuals, what the companies will do? By seeing these visuals or reports, companies will perform the data analysis. They will analyze their business data. So this is what's meant by data analysis, guys. So to perform this data analysis, must and should we need to have what? Data sources. Must and should we need to have the data sources. Fine. So this is what the 4-step business application process, guys. So this is what the 4 steps business application process. And also we understand how these 4 steps are connected with each other. So let me go and keep here. Whatever I discussed till now, let me go and mention those points. I said that front-end applications is nothing but what? Front-end applications is nothing but creating the apps, websites, chatbots. Next, data sources. I said that data sources is nothing but what? The place where the companies will store their business data is known as data sources. Next, automation. I said that automation is nothing but what? Automation is nothing but doing certain repeated work automatically without any human interactions is known as automations. And finally, data analysis. I said that data analysis is nothing but what? Data analysis is one process, guys. The process of converting the business data into actionable information. Actionable information, visuals or reports, guys. Why I'm calling it as an actionable information means by seeing these visuals or reports, the companies will take some actions. That's why we are calling it as an actionable information. So converting the business data in the form of visuals or reports, we'll call it as data analysis. Fine. This is what the 4-step business application process. Now my requirement, I need to go and implement this 4-step business application process with the help of Power Platform. Now, how to implement the business applications process is the business application process. How to implement this business application process with the help of Power Platform software. Let me discuss that point now, guys. So now, first let me keep here. Power Platform software is used for what? Power Platform software. Microsoft Power Platform software. Microsoft Power Platform is used to implement the business applications process of an organization. It is used for what? To implement the business applications process of an organization. Now, I need to go and implement this 4-step business application process with the help of Power Platform. Now, how to implement it? Before going to understand how to implement this 4-step business application process, let me go and discuss about the Power Platform architecture, guys. So what's the architecture of Microsoft Power Platform? This is what the architecture of Microsoft Power Platform. Power Platform architecture. So first point we need to understand. As we know that Power Platform software is used for what? It is used to implement the 4-step. It is used to implement the 4-step business applications process of an organization is the first point. Second point we need to understand, Power Platform is not a single software, guys. Power Platform is not a single software. Power Platform is a collection of softwares. Within the Power Platform, we'll have the different softwares. So what are the different softwares we'll have in the Power Platform? With the help of that different softwares in the Power Platform, how we are going to implement this business application process, we'll discuss now. Fine. So first try to understand, as we know that this Power Platform is used to implement the business application process. To implement the business application process, first we need to start with what? Front-end applications. So this is the step 1. So to implement the front-end applications, we'll have the different softwares here, guys. What are the different softwares we'll have to implement the front-end applications? One is Power Apps. Second is Power Pages. Third one is Power Virtual Agent. These are the three softwares we'll have to implement the front-end applications. Step 2 is what? Data sources. Step 2 is what? Data sources. So now, what is the inbuilt data storage software within the Power Platform? If you want to store the business data within the Power Platform, you need to go and use the Dataverse case. What is this Dataverse means? Dataverse is a data source software which is used to store the business data within the Power Platform. Within the Power Platform, if you want to store the business data, go and use the Dataverse. Not only Dataverse, not only this Dataverse case, Power Platform will support to store the data in the SQL Server. You can store the data in the SharePoint. You can store the data in the Oracle, MySQL, Excel, CSV, SAP HANA, or Dynamic 360. Like this, it will support. Power Platform will support to store the data in almost all the data sources. Power Platform will support to store the data in almost all the data sources, guys. But what is the inbuilt data storage software within the Power Platform is Dataverse. Dataverse is an inbuilt data storage software. Not only Dataverse, it will support to store the data in the SQL Server, SharePoint, Oracle, MySQL, Excel, CSV, SAP HANA, Salesforce, like this PostgreSQL, different. It will support almost all the data sources. So, but inbuilt data storage software is what? Dataverse. So this is step 2. Step 3, automations. So to perform the automations, we'll go on is which software? Power Automate. And next, finally, step 4, that is data analysis. To perform the data analysis, we'll go and use which software? Power BI, Microsoft Power BI. So step 4 is what? Data analysis. So data analysis, as I said, the data analysis is nothing but what? Showing the data in the form of visuals or in the form of reports. So these are the collection of softwares in the Power Platform. As I said, that Power Platform is not a single software. Power Platform is a collection of softwares. With the help of this collection of softwares in the Power Platform, we are going to implement the 4-step business application process. Now, let me go and discuss how to implement it, guys. Let me go and keep here. First of all, let me go and keep one point, guys. Power Platform is a collection of softwares. Power Platform is a collection of softwares. What are the different softwares we'll have in the Power Platform? Let me list out all those. One is Power Apps. Second one is Power Automate. Third one is Power BI. The fourth one is Power Pages. The fifth one is Power Virtual Agent. The sixth one is Dataverse. So these are the collection of softwares in the Power Platform. With the help of this collection of softwares, we are able to implement what? This 4-step business application process. Let me discuss how to go and use this collection of softwares to implement this Power Platform software, to implement this business application process. First, let me start with what? Front end. In the front end, first we need to go and create what? Apps. So to create the apps, go and use which software? Power Apps software, guys. So what is the use of this Power Apps software? Power Apps is used to create the apps or the forms within the Power Platform. Within the Power Platform, if you want to create the apps or the forms, go and use which software? Power Apps software. Next, I need to create what? Websites. So to create the websites, go and use which software? Power Pages. So what is Power Pages? Power Pages is used to create the secured websites. Instead of calling it websites, we'll call it as web pages here. We'll call it as what? Web pages. So to create the websites, go and use what? Power Pages. Next, finally, Chartboard. To create the chartboards, go and use what? Power Virtual Agent. What is this Power Virtual Agent? This Power Virtual Agent is used to create the AI chartboards, guys. Is used to create what? The AI chartboards. What is meant by chartboard means chartboards are just like the customer support, guys. Customer support. Let's take in the previous days, whenever if you place an order in the Swiggy or Zomato or Amazon, let's take if you place an order in the Amazon. So if you have any issues with that order, so there is an option called contact us. Customer care contact details will be there. You can call to the customer support. But now, what the Amazon company is doing is they are not allowing the customers to call to the customer care. So they will provide an option called chat with us. If you observe, there is an option called chat with us, either in the bottom left side or on the right side. There is an option called chat. So now in the chat box, you need to keep your question, whatever the questions you will have with that order. Once after keeping your questions in the chat box, you will get some replies. Do you think that those replies are sent by the humans? No. Again, those replies are not sent by the humans, guys. Whenever if you place a question in the chat box, the system can understand what question you are asking. System can understand what order you placed. By understanding your orders data, by understanding the question you are asking, system itself will give replies to you. Those are not sent, those replies are not getting from the humans, guys. Those are also the automatically we are getting by the system only. System itself will give replies to you. So like this chatbots they are creating. So if your query is not resolved through chatbot, then Amazon itself, they will arrange a call to you. You are not able to call to them. They will call to you. Whenever they will call to you, then you need to go and speak to the customer care. So to create this type of chatbots, we'll go and use what? Power Virtual Agent. So as we are going to get the replies automatically with the help of system, that's why I'm calling it as an AI chatbot case. Next, we're done with the front end. Next one is what? Data sources. I said that what is the inbuilt data storage software? Dataverse. What is this Dataverse case? Dataverse is a database software which is used to store the data, which is used to store the business data within the Power Platform. Within the Power Platform, if you want to store the business data, go and use what? Dataverse. And the next one is what? Automation. To perform the automations, go and use which software? Power Automate. Now, what is Power Automate? What is Power Automate? Power Automate is an automation software. It's an automation software which is used to automate the repeated work process. So as I said that every company will have some repeated work process, guys. If you want to go and automate that repeated work process, we need to have an automation software. So what's that automation software we are using here to automate the repeated work process? Power Automate. So as we know that every company will have some repeated work process. Now I want to go and automate that repeated work process. To automate it, we'll go and we need to have an automation software. What's that automation software? Power Automate. Fine. Next, finally, data analysis. So I said that to perform the data analysis, we'll go and use which software? Power BI. So what is Power BI? Power BI is a data analysis or data analytics software. Data analysis or data analytics software, which is used to analyze the business data. Which is used to analyze what? Business data. So where the companies will store the business data? As I said that, where the companies will store the business data? In the data sources. Now I need to go and analyze that business data. So to analyze that business data, I need to perform what? Data analysis. To perform the data analysis, we need to have a software. What's that software? Power BI. With the help of Power BI software, we are able to perform what? Data analysis. So now, with the help of this collection of softwares in the Power Platform, we are able to implement this 4-step business application process or not? Yes. With the help of this collection of softwares within the Power Platform, we are able to implement this 4-step business application process. And also, if you observe, whatever the 6 points I mentioned here, 6 softwares, and what we can do with the help of these 6 softwares, just now we discussed. The same points I mentioned in the beginning of the session, guys. I said that within the Power Platform, you are able to create what? Apps. To create the apps, go and use what? Power Apps. I said that we can do what? Automations. To perform the automations, go and use what? Power Automate. I said that we can do what? Data analysis. To perform the data analysis, go and use what? Power BI. I said that we can create what? Websites. To create the websites, go and use what? Power Pages. I said that we can create the chatbots. To create the chatbots, go and use what? Power Virtual Agent. I said that we can store the data. To store the data, go and use what? Dataverse. So whatever the 6 points I mentioned at the beginning of this class, the same I am mentioning here, guys. Same I'm mentioning here. So this is what, how to go and use this collection of softwares to implement this 4-step business applications. Fine. I done with the session. I'll take the questions. Before going to take the questions, please make a note of this point. I'll take the questions now, guys. Before going to take the questions, please make a note. Please make a note of it. Let me copy something from here. To write everything, it will take some lot of time. Just copy it from here. Copy. Then just paste it. Now try to understand, guys. So please make a note of it. So today is the demo. Today we're done with the demo. So when the new batch will start? New batch will start from tomorrow, guys. From tomorrow itself. New batch will start from tomorrow. That is 24th April 2025. Thursday. Tomorrow is Thursday. From tomorrow onwards, we'll start the new batch. What's the batch timings? Same timings, guys. Morning 9 to 10. From tomorrow onwards, every day the class will start at 9 o'clock. We'll wind up the class by 10 o'clock. Daily 1 hour session. So new batch will start from tomorrow at 9 to 10 a.m. And what I will discuss there, guys, tomorrow. So now see here, coming 2 more classes are free. So totally, you are allowed to attend the 3 free classes, guys. You have the access to attend 3 free classes. You don't want to pay any amount to us. Today is the first class. Coming 2 more classes free tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So what I will discuss there, coming 2 more classes, guys. I'll discuss practicals. So practically at a high level, how Power Platform software will work, how the Power Platform software works, I'll discuss there. In today's class, I haven't discussed even 1 point practicals, guys. Every point I discuss critically. So what I'll discuss in the coming 2 more free classes is, I'll discuss how to go and implement this 4-step business application process with the help of this collection of softwares in the Power Platform. Practically, we'll try to understand. So don't miss those classes as it is free of cost, where we'll discuss some practicals, guys. We'll understand how we are going to create an app in the Power Apps. I'll show you how to create an app. I'll show you how to submit the data to the source. I'll show you how to take the data from the data sources and how to do some automations. And then by taking the data from the data sources, I'll show you how to create the visuals or reports. Practically, I'll show you in the next coming 2 more classes, guys. Don't miss them. And next, I'll share one mail with you now after completion of that class, today's class. What you will get in that mail is, I'll share today's class notepad with you. I'll share what? Today's class running notes. You'll get this class notes with you. I'll share this class notes. Along with the class notes, you will get what? Today's class video, recorded video. I'll share the recorded video with you. And along with this, I'll share what? Course content. I think all of you received the curriculum. If not, I will share it again. So this is the course curriculum. I'll share this course content with you. So here I'm not able to go and walk through each and every topic here right now. So I'll share this curriculum with you. You please go and walk through it once, guys, so that you'll understand what the topics we are going to discuss in the coming classes. What the topics we'll discuss in the coming classes. So topic-wise, clearly I mentioned, you please go and walk through it once. And next, course duration is how many days? 2 months is the course duration, guys. 2 months is the course duration. Daily 1 hour class. Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday will be the classes. 2 months is the course duration. So now course duration is 2 months. Within 2 months, we'll complete the course. So if you miss any classes, or if you want to attend the classes again, So you have the live classes access. How many months? You have the access to attend the live classes for 6 months. From which date? From the date of joining. From the joining date, which date you join the course. From the date of joining, how many months you will have the access to attend the live classes? 6 months, guys. You can attend the multiple batches also. So we are providing that flexibility to the students that if you miss any classes in these 2 months, or if you want to listen the classes again, you have that flexibility to attend the live classes for up to 6 months. It is your responsibility to complete the live classes within 6 months, guys. So after 6 months, we don't allow you to attend the live classes. So anyway, within 2 months, we'll complete the curriculum. If you are missing any classes, or if you want to listen it again, so you have the access to attend the live access for the live classes for how many months? 6 months from the joining date. And next, what I will discuss in this 2 months of course duration, guys. I said that 2 months is the course duration. What we'll discuss there? So we'll discuss in detail about Power Apps, Power Automate, deep dive into Power Apps and Power Automate, guys. And we'll discuss some SharePoint basics. We'll understand some SharePoint basics, not complete SharePoint, some basics of SharePoint, guys. So these are the tools or the softwares where we'll go and cover in this 2 months of course duration. And next, coming to the registered students, people, those who got registered with us, daily you will get what? Class notes, guys. Every class I will share the class notes with you. Every class you will get some running notes. How I am writing some running notes today? Like this, every class will have some running notes. You'll get that class notes. And most importantly, you'll get all the recordings, guys. I will share all the recorded videos with you. Now, how many years you will have the access to the recordings? You'll have the access for 2 years. You'll have the access for the recordings for 2 years. And I'll share the interview questions, resumes, formats, projects to keep in your profiles, and also we'll conduct the mock interviews. These are the things you'll get if you registered with us. And next, coming to the job opportunities, mostly asking question, guys. Coming to the job opportunities, as we have different softwares in the Power Platform, it is mandatory to go and learn all these softwares to get the job. No, not required, guys. It is not mandatory to learn all these 6 softwares to get the job in Power Platform. If you observe here, what are the different job opportunities we'll have? For Power Apps and Power Automate, with these 2 combination, with these 2 skills, you will have the job skills where you can apply for Power Apps developer roles, Power Apps developer job role. So along with this, along with the Power Apps and Power Automate, you need to have some knowledge on any database, either SharePoint, SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, CS, like Dataverse, guys. Any database knowledge is required. Prefer to have the SharePoint knowledge. If you have the SharePoint knowledge, it is well and good. It is added advantage. So along with Power Apps and Power Automate, better to have any database knowledge. Prefer to go with the SharePoint. This is one combination of job skills. So here, people already who are working in SharePoint, you just go with Power Apps and Power Automate. It is enough to get the job. People, those who already working in some other technologies, like people, those who are working in M365 and D365, you people just go and learn Power Apps and Power Automate is enough to get the job. People, those who are coming from Java background, Power Apps and Power Automate is enough to get the job. People, those who are coming from .NET background, Power Apps and Power Automate is enough to get the job, guys. So people, those who are very new, go with Power Apps and Power Automate. Along with that, better to have the SharePoint knowledge. Another combination of jobs is what? Power BI and SQL. Power BI plus SQL Server also will have the jobs. Another combination is what? Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, SQL, and SharePoint basics. So this is another combination. If people, those who already working in Power BI and SQL, you please go with Power Apps and Power Automate. It is enough to get the job. It is just you are updating your skills, guys. So this is the combination. If you have enough time, you can go with this combination, guys. If you don't have enough time, you can go with these 2 skills right now, and you can get the job. Once after getting the job, you can later add the Power BI and SQL to your profile. If you add more number of skills to your profile, you'll get more packages. That's the only thing. You'll get more weightage to your profile. So these are the different job opportunities we'll have. in our institute, we are providing all this combination, guys. We'll provide this combination. Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, SQL, and SharePoint Basics. So in this combination, we have the two different trainers will teach you. Power Apps, Power Automate, SharePoint Basics. I will teach you. Myself, I will teach. 2 months is the course duration. Separate course, separate fees, guys. Power Apps, Power Automate, SharePoint Basics, I will teach you. Another course is what? Power BI. Power BI will be taken by whom? Sunil Kumar. Sunil Kumar is the trainer who will teach you Power BI for 2 months again. Power BI is itself for 2 months, guys. And here, along with Power BI, to get the job on Power BI, you need to have the SQL, right? Along with the, now who will teach you the SQL here? Myself again, around 1 month of time. So these are the, this combination we are providing in our institute. So for now, you can go with this combination, guys. Power Apps and Power Automate and SharePoint Basics, where you will get the job. Later, you can update your skill with Power BI and SQL also, where you will have more weightage to your profile. Not right now, later future, you can add it. But if you are looking for all this combination, these are the two trainers who will teach you. If you take this complete combination, only Power BI will be taken by some other trainer, Sunil Kumar. Remaining all I will teach you. Power Apps, Power Automate, SharePoint Basics, and SQL, sir, I will teach you. So this is separate combination, guys. Power BI plus SQL is separate combination, separate course, separate fee. This separate course and separate fee. Just contact to the front office team to get more information regarding this. People, those who are looking for this complete Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, and SQL combination. People, those who are for Power Apps and Power Automate, you don't require. Already you know what the information you have. And next, we have one WhatsApp community for Power Platform training, guys. There is one WhatsApp community for Power Platform training, where we will get the latest updates regarding the Power Platform. So I think all of you people join that community. If not, I'm keeping that community link in the chat box. You can use that community link and you can join in that WhatsApp community, where you can get the latest updates regarding the Power Platform training, guys. And also I will share today's class video there. I think people already joined there who are not registered or joined in that community. Please join that community with the help of this link. And if you have any questions regarding the any other batch timings, or you can reach out to the front office team. I'm providing the front office team details in the chat box. And next, now go with the questions, guys. Before go and take the questions, the most commonly asking question, frequently asking question, guys. Is there any prerequisite to learn Power Apps and Power Automate? No, the answer is strictly no. No prerequisite to learn Power Apps and Power Automate, guys. Anyone can learn it. People, those who are coming from non-IT background, people, those who are coming from non-technical background, people, those who have some career gap, if you want to enter into the IT. So all these people can learn this. People, those who are very new freshers, also can learn this technology. Why? Because anyone can learn means, because this complete Power Platform, all these softwares, nowhere coding is involved, guys. We don't write any hundreds and thousands of lines of code here. We'll write some functions. We'll use some functions. Most of the time, 60 to 70% of work, 60 to 70% of work will be done with the help of drag and drop, guys. Just drag and drop, GUI options. Remaining 30 to 40% of work, you will use some functions, not coding. How we'll have the functions in the Excel? Like we'll use some functions here. So anyone can learn this technology because no prerequisite. You don't need to have any prior coding skills to learn this technologies, guys, because it is completely drag and drop. Fine. So there is no prerequisite to learn this technology. Now go with the questions, guys. Online people. Now if you have any questions, now you can please raise your hands. I'll talk to you one-on-one. Don't get confused. Please raise your hands. I'll talk to you one-on-one if you have any questions.